Frank was only 58 when he was diagnosed, which was really young. He found it very hard, I think, initially to get his head round the idea that this was happening to him. Most of the time with dementia, I would say that he was quite happy. His life was limited, but he remained quite happy and seemed quite content. He spent the last few years of his life in a care home, and it was a very good care home. Had great facilities, and they coped really well with his care. And that stage, it was the right place for him to be. Just like this photograph here, it makes me think that's one of his big cameras, something that he carried through the illness. We just had to adapt. The cameras had to adapt and become easier to use. It's like a lot of things, I suppose. So it was about adapting. One year he was doing things and we were ticking along fine, and the next year we had to adapt again because there was more things that he wasn't able to do. But he took it all in good spirit and we managed to adapt. It was the same with music as well. Music, it was never a great part of his life, but he did enjoy it, but towards the end it was all important. It was everything to him. And at times when he couldn't operate cameras, or he stopped being able to write and he couldn't follow dramas and things, music was just there. The dog was really important to him as well with dementia. I think, he relied a lot on the dog. He used to take the dog for a walk, and then we always felt the dog started taking him for a walk. But it did allow him to keep his independence. When he had Alzheimer's, I think he became very in tune with animals. He liked being with animals and he liked listening to his music, and these things made him very happy and content.
This is something that is quite nice, yeah.
Frank died just, 2 weeks before we were all in lockdown. So I think, my daily routine did stop, because I would spend the afternoons in the care home, and that did stop. But somehow the fact that it stopped for everyone made it seem all a bit easier. In some ways, it was a relief that it happened just prior to that, because I'm truly aware that if it had happened later, it would have been so different. He had been settled 2 years into the care home, which was a lovely care home, and he died in the middle of the night, as so often happens. We were all called in, so I was with him and my 2 sons and my daughter. My other daughter, who's in America, we kept contact by telephone with her. It was very peaceful. He just slipped away quietly.